They finally got our power pole up, so we now have power out here. Here's the main pole, and then here's the pole we put up for the temporary box. So what I need to do now is get some wood to start our walls on the inside of our cabin. So I'm going to get the dimensions and the wood to do it, and then get it all set up. Okay, a couple of things I got going on. This 2x6 is going to go across here to bring our loft out just a little bit. Give ourselves a little more room in there. Also, I put some wood down just to get an idea dimension-wise where we wanted all the walls. So that's what this wood is lying down. There's going to be a room here and then a bathroom here. So I've got to get the walls built from this cross section here. And then the only other framing I have to do is a framing for the staircase for up here and for up here, and do some fine tuning with the framing for the bathroom to accommodate the closets. So I'm going to get started. Okay, I am getting ready to start this extension project where I'm going to bring the loft out to one more rafter. And I installed some lights so I could see in here a little better. So I'm going to get started. Okay, so here's the problem I'm running into that I probably should have kind of contemplated this before I started this. So this needs to be up against this rafter. Same with on this side. It's the getting it up there. It's not, it can't go past this rafter and it needs to go to that one. So I have a couple of different ways I could do this. I could notch out this rafter, like right there, enough to swing this in and then repair that. Or I could notch out here and go up and repair that, which I really don't want to do that, because then that's weakening this, which is holding up the new 2x6. The other way is I could cut slightly a little bit more off each end, and that would get us in there. But the problem, if you cut too much off, then you're not going to have enough of this sitting on the ledge. So it's kind of a dilemma. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut just a little bit off this end and a little bit off that end and see if that helps any. And if it doesn't, then I'll have to notch it, and that's fine. But I didn't really want to do that. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so this is what I ended up with. So I actually have quite a bit of room left. You see they're all staggered slightly, so it's a little bit shorter on this one, but not by much. And the way I'm going to brace it up there is going to be strong too. So I'm going to get that precise, and then I'm going to start with the brackets, which are these and these. So here's what I'm working with on this side, and I'm going to put one more over here. So kind of over-engineered that, but that's fine. Alright, there's the finished product. And so what that does is that gives us more space in this loft. So I'm going to get the floorboards here, get those done next, and then I can start on the walls underneath. We'll start putting up the actual walls, framing those, and getting the bathroom and this back room ready for wiring.